Hey guys, Chris here with the Good Old Gamer. So this is going to be a pretty short video. It's getting rather late, but I just came across this news and started doing a little bit of investigating. And I'm not done with that, but I wanted to bring this news to your guys' attention because I think that this is potentially very, very important. Also, I'd like to call on anybody out there that has more information on this subject, and please email me at thegoodoldgamer@gmail.com. If you can send me any information that you might have, that would be great. That will assist me in uncovering the truth behind this. Okay, so what I'm talking about here today is that Nvidia is apparently, with their new Geforce partner program, basically trying to box out AMD, basically making anybody that's in the program, making it very difficult for them to go ahead and provide both Nvidia and AMD graphics cards. Now, this news is brought to us by Kyle Bennett over at HardOCP, and I'm just going to go through a couple of quick tidbits of this article. This is a very good article, and you should read the whole thing. The link will be in the description below. And let's go over a couple things that really kind of stand out. To open up a bit of reporting, which will contain some editorial as well, I think our motive should be clear. In discussion with Nvidia over the last few weeks, Nvidia asked us exactly what our concerns were about the GPP program. This was our reply and should frame exactly why we're writing this. So Kyle sent to them, I think GPP, is going to greatly and negatively impact consumer choice in AIB and OEM computer market. Consumer choice is going to be decimated. That's a pretty big word there. Looking at the program guidelines, I truly think that is what will happen and is where my concern lies. So this is clearly a very bold statement by Kyle to Nvidia. Now, they do have the disclaimer that AMD did come to them with this story. So this didn't just pop out of the ground. They were approached for a story from AMD. However, they actually figured this out on their own. This was not exactly what AMD was asking them to investigate, but still they were presented with something that AMD clearly felt was not above board. Now, this is Nvidia's basic general definition as to what the GPP program is. Basically, it just helps consumers by making it easier for them to understand what it is that they're buying, blah, 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 marketing, marketing, marketing. That's basically what it is. Feel free to read it for yourself. The important bit here is that Nvidia will tell you that it's 100% up to the partner company to be a part of the GPP. And from the documents that Kyle read, if they choose not to be part of the GPP program, it will lose these benefits, which include high-effort engineering engagement, early tech engagement, launch partner status, that's pretty huge, game bundling, sales rebate programs, social media and PR support, marketing reports, and marketing development funds. MDFs, or marketing development funds, is likely the standout benefit for most companies. Basically, that's where Nvidia will partner with, like, let's say Asus or EVGA or whoever, and they will split the cost of marketing their products. Kind of like this power supply right here, except if this was a video card and it had an Nvidia logo on it, EVGA or Asus or whoever's product it is, they wouldn't have to flip the whole bill for it. Nvidia would kick in a little bit. So that makes marketing a lot cheaper for these people that are a part of this program. Kyle goes on to say that this is also what Intel did, and Intel lost billions of dollars in fines because of this. Now, I'm not going to read this whole email that Kyle sent to Nvidia because this is rather long, and honestly, I'm pretty tired and reading out loud just isn't coming out so good so far. But this is very important. The big thing is it's all kind of concentrated in this last paragraph. It was expressed to me that publishing this article could damage relationship between HardOCP and Nvidia. As noted previously, we've been reviewing computer hardware for quite a while. What damning the relationship means to us at HardOCP will likely be not doing Nvidia GPU reviews at launch time. It is very likely that AIBs and OEMs will be instructed not to sample HardOCP for reviews on any of their video card products as well. If you do see Nvidia video card reviews on HardOCP in the future, those will likely be fully funded in-house, as well as be required to purchase all of the reviews hardware from retail sources. We feel, however, that this story surely needs to be told. Now, that last sentence or that last paragraph rather, is very striking to me, because this is a company that's been around. They have been around for a very long time. HardOCP, I've been going to them on and off for years and years and years. You know, when you're looking for alternative benchmarks, like TechSpot's my go-to site, but HardOCP is always like a good source for me to go ahead and double check numbers against to make sure that the numbers that I'm looking at from one site are legit. So for them to basically say, you know what, it doesn't matter if this hurts our relationship with the #1 GPU seller out there in the world, we're going to go ahead and have to put this out, lets me know that at the very least, whatever information that they have, they feel is so credible and they're so sure of it. They actually have a team of lawyers in that big paragraph that I said that you should probably read. Their response or their email to Nvidia, they basically flat out tell them, you can sue us all you want. We have lawyers ready to go, and they've signed off saying that we're on sure footing. You can do whatever you like. So this is harsh words from one company to another. This is something we don't really see anymore, where review sites and journalists will actually call out the big players. You have to realize, I mean, there's only 2 real GPU manufacturers. If you really want to count Intel, 3 total. So this seems really, really strange to Kyle and to all of us why Nvidia would be doing this right now. They have such a strong market lead, and you know, they dominate right now. So why would they be doing this? Why would they want to be freezing out their only real competitor? And the reason for that is the market right now is very primed to be taken over. First off, they have the market dominance, they have the technology dominance, they have the mindshare dominance, and right now with the market in such bad shape, I mean, that's what the past, I don't know, 10 videos that I've done has basically been about, you know, how bad the market is right now. They can get away with it because anything that is released right now, people are going to gobble it up regardless. Nvidia knows they can get away with this because they know that the PC gaming market is strained and dying for anything that they can get their hands on. So regardless of the information, the bad PR, the bad press, now the legalese, and if something like the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission here in the United States, and you know, some of the regulatory bodies in Europe or Asia get involved, this could lead to some hefty fines if all of this is true. Now, the reason why I bring this to you guys is this is important. If this happens to be true, this is information that needs to get out there, and companies need to be held accountable. The only way that companies like EVGA, especially companies like EVGA, and Asus and Gigabyte, and these guys are going to go ahead and push back against this is if we force them to. If we as the consumer say, we don't care, I just don't care. Nvidia can do whatever they want. They can squeeze people out of the market. You know, they can go ahead and break some legs. They can send Fat Tony. They can do whatever they need to do. You know, if we say that that's okay, that's what they're going to do. They're going to take over the market by force if they have to, if we allow it. And yeah, maybe the government will get involved, maybe they won't. I mean, it's one of those things, you never know how these things are going to shake out, and it might take years and years for that to happen. However, if the public outcry is so strong and the pushback is so strong, look at like Star Wars Battlefront 2. Disney might be pulling Star Wars from EA just because of you and me and everybody who got on that and said, look, we don't like this. Same thing can be done here. Now, granted, I'm just saying if this is true because I don't have the information. I went ahead and I checked through, I tried to find these disclaimers, and I actually read through all the legalese and terms and conditions that I could find on Nvidia's website, but I didn't post for an application, so I didn't get those documents. I just read the terms and conditions on their website. None of this information's on there. So I'm going to go ahead and do some more digging on this, get some more information, and I'll bring it to you guys when I have it. But if you can send me any information you have, any links that could be helpful, please send those to my email. I'll go ahead and get on that. So hopefully within the next few days, I'll have some more information. I can bring this information to you. I'm hoping that this gains a lot of traction and the tech community rallies behind this. And one way or another, we know for sure what's going on. The big thing is I'd like to hear from Nvidia on this. I'd like to hear them actually make a public press statement saying, no, this is what we're doing. Here's the disclosures, blah, blah, blah. If they just want to remain quiet on this, that's fine. We need to keep digging as a community and get to the truth on this, because if they're really trying to take advantage of the market, as you guys know, I've been pretty hard on Nvidia in the past. And, you know, I took my foot off the gas a little bit. and figured I'd give them the benefit of the doubt, especially with the GPU market being as strained as it is right now. You know, I've been recommending people just buy whatever, but you know, if they're really going to this whole mob mentality, this whole, hey, we're going to take it over, that's not good. We barely have competition as it is. And if we see less competition, or the competition, the very little bit that there is, being forced out, this is not good for any of us. This means prices are just going to go up, longer development times, so that means we're going to keep GPUs longer. Technology is not going to advance as much. It's basically what happened with Intel when they had, you know, the dominant market there for almost a decade. You know, we had quad cores for almost 10 years because there was no competition. That's not good for anybody. So hopefully we can get to the bottom of this. Like I said, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Let me know just your opinions. That'd be great too. And I will catch you guys when I have more information.